Let's talk about X-1. If you've never heard of it, it's one of those classic radio dramas that, well, kind of paved the way for the sci-fi we know today. Shows like The Twilight Zone or Star Trek? Yeah, they owe a lot to this gem. X-1 was ahead of its time in so many ways, and not just because of its futuristic themes. The production value? Seriously top-notch for the era. Now, back then, radio was this huge deal. I mean, it was basically the streaming service of the day. And X-1 didn't just do the bare minimum, they really went all out. The voice acting, the special effects, even the music, they were all meticulously crafted to pull listeners into, these totally immersive worlds. Honestly, even listening today, the storytelling holds up. I remember how I stumbled on it. It was late, like one of those can't sleep wandering through radio stations kind of nights. And I come across this show. Didn't even catch the title at first. But as I listened, wow, it pulled me in. The sound effects, the dialogue. It was this rich tapestry of sound. It totally sparked my love for sci-fi. And honestly, it was magic. Absolute magic for my ears. And X-1 didn't just entertain, it inspired. Its DNA is all over the sci-fi we love today. You can see its fingerprints in the vivid worlds, the moral questions, the exploration of the unknown that modern shows tackle. The legacy's undeniable. So, let's dive into the stories themselves. X-1 didn't just rely on generic sci-fi plots. Nope, they had a roster of heavyweights supplying the source material, like Isaac Asimov, Philip K. Dick, and Ray Bradbury. I mean, just think about that for a second. These are some of the most influential names in science fiction, and their work was being brought to life for listeners who, didn't have the luxury of blockbuster movies or streaming services to fall back on. What's really fascinating is how the show evolved. Initially, they reworked episodes from an earlier program called Dimension X. It was like dipping their toes in the water, figuring out the format and the tone. But soon after, X-1 found its stride. They started adapting freshly published sci-fi stories, and that was a total game changer. It gave the show a sense of relevance, like they were tapping into cutting-edge ideas and sharing them with the audience in, honestly, such an imaginative way. Now, adapting literary works for radio wasn't without its challenges. You've got to think about how to condense these often complex, beautiful works of fiction into something that fits a 20-30-minute framework. And doing that while still keeping the heart of the story intact? That's no easy feat. But somehow, X-1 managed to do it. It's like they knew exactly what elements to highlight. Whether it was the suspense, the emotional core, or those big philosophical questions that sci-fi does so well. And you know what's cool? Even with all these adaptations, the stories never felt dated, at least to me. Sure, the language and some tech ideas might scream mid-20th century, but the themes, the emotions, they're timeless. And, well, that's the magic of the show, isn't it? When we talk about X-1 and its legacy, you can't overlook what listeners today think about it. I mean, there are some seriously passionate fans out there. A lot of folks have written in about how much they love the show's creativity and how it kind of sparks imagination, especially for kids. You see comments about parents and their kids listening together and, well, that's just heartwarming. A show from the 50s still bringing families together? That's wild, right? Now, people also point out how educational these stories are. Not in a textbook kind of way, but more in how they make you think. Asking those big what-if questions about technology, humanity, the future. It's like philosophy wrapped in a sci-fi package. And for younger listeners, it's a lesson in how storytelling can really open up the imagination. That's something screens just can't do. It's powerful stuff. But, hey, not everyone's thrilled. Some reviews mention the commercials being, let's say, less than stellar. Yeah, overly digital, awkward cuts. It's not winning any awards. And the streaming issues? Oof, I get it. It's 2025, nobody wants to wait 4 minutes for an episode to load. I think it's a reminder of the challenges that come with modernizing these vintage shows, preserving the heart of something old while making it work today. It's a delicate balance, And yet, despite these hurdles, X-1 holds a 4.5-star rating. That says a lot about its staying power. Most people seem to agree that the good, like the brilliant writing and nostalgic vibe, far outweighs the bad. it's a testament to how timeless great storytelling really is. So there you have it, why this show endures, even with its quirks. Nostalgia, imagination, and a connection across generations. That's the magic of X-1. And on that note, we'll wrap up here. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, keep imagining.